Welcome to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games, and today we're going to play a game called Red Mist. Now this is a roguelike deck builder and has a lot of really cool, really unique features. For example, there is no health, which I think is it's just really cool. Let's start this off. We're going to play at standard mode. I did my test run with the Berserker, but we're going to play with the woman. We're going to be playing with this Bagmaster lady. Let us begin. Alright, first let me talk to you about the enemy. So on the enemy here on the left you can see their attack, and here on the right you can see their health. So for example, this red soldier has 2 attack and 5 health. Now I'm gonna kill him and show you what happens if you kill an enemy. So I'm just gonna use the regular attack card. So we're gonna use one. Each card, by the way, has a cost. You can see it over here, this blue thing, and I have total of 5 energy. So I'm gonna use this first attack, second attack, and a third attack to kill off this rat. The moment I killed the red soldier, the whole column was pushed forward and I got a new enemy. Now you might notice that these 2 red soldiers on the sides have this green, the attack green, and the one in the middle is black. Why is that? Well, greens mean that they're able to attack you from their position. Every time you kill an enemy, a new one pushes forward, and they usually need a turn to kind of like get ready to be able to attack you. So actually they aren't able to attack you immediately, which is the case for this red soldier, so he actually can't hurt me right now. Some enemies can hit you from the middle row, for example like this mouse witch. However, she cannot do it right now, that's why this is still black, because again she was pushed forward with the column, so she's not ready, but next turn she will be able to attack me from that position. Now, I said that they can attack me. Well, what does that mean if I have no health? So what does the attack of 2 do? Well, on the left here you've got the draw pile. Essentially it's called the life pile here. On the right you've got the block pile. Every time you play a card, it gets moved into the block pile. And when the enemies attack, they will attack the block pile and they will essentially steal your cards. If there are no cards in the block pile, they will steal from the life pile. If you run out of cards, you're dead. How can you get your cards back? Well, if you kill an enemy, all the cards that are sort of under his body, you can grab them and you can get them back. They'll move into your life pile. Now, what's important in this game is that you get these kind of waves of enemies, or the columns, and one combat is essentially clearing the whole floor, so it takes a really long time before you finish a combat. So a lot of abilities, things that allow you to increase like damage and combat, are quite useful in this game because the combat lasts a long time. Second thing is that leveling up, events, and treasure chests don't happen independently of combat. Instead, they happen inside combat. So for example, right now I can level up and I can do it immediately. I don't need to wait to the end of my turn. I don't need to wait for the end of combat. I can do it right now. So let's do it. I can pick an award. I can get a Tarantula. This card deals 2 damage to the enemies when it enters their body. So essentially this is a parasitic card. I need to move it in my block pile, and if the enemy attacks me, it's going to be moved into his body, do 2 damage, and then anytime I kill the enemy, it's going to go back into the block pile. So we quite like this one. Parasite Larva deal 4 damage. After the host is attacked, the enemies behind him receive the same amount of damage. Oh, this is fantastic. This is amazing. We'll grab that. And so I also said that events can happen. So how do you get an event? Well, some enemies have this little question mark on them, and that means that if you kill them, you'll get an event. There can also be a treasure chest which does the same thing. Oh, also, I forgot to say that at the start of each turn you draw 5 cards. You can draw more cards if you have a card that allows you to draw more cards. So here what I could do is I could either use a crossbow, which allows me to hit enemies that are in the middle row, or I can use the leeching wine, which does 2 damage, but when the host is attacked, it does damage to enemies in the same row. I actually quite like this crossbow, and I'm going to use it on the big strong red man. I'll tell you why. The reason is because he has engage, which means he's immune to all damage this turn. However, the engage is only triggered when he enters the front row, so I should be able to do 4 damage to him right now. But once he moves forward, I won't be able to do it, so that's why it's a good idea to use it now. Now the enemies are going to steal 4 cards, so all 4 cards in my block pile are going to fall under the enemy. There's actually a 5th one there, because if you don't use the cards in your hand, they will fall into your draw pile. So for example, this guy under him has the leeching wine, so if I now use the parasitic larva on him, I'm going to do damage to him, and the leeching wine is going to do 1 damage to the other guys in the row. Then I'm going to use an attack to finish off this red soldier. And the mouse witch is going to move forward, and she can't hit me because she's not in the middle row anymore. Then I'm going to use 1 more attack to finish off this red soldier. So we're going to get this new enemy. And because I killed him, the cards that were under his body fell into my life pile, so I got the leeching wine again. Now this red soldier can unfortunately hit me, but that's okay. We're going to level up again. We could get a Tarantula again. This card deals 2 damage to enemies when it enters the body and it's parasitic. Slacker. For this turn, the target's enemy attack power is decreased by 2. And the parasitic effect, host attack power is decreased by 1, cannot be less than 1. This is not a bad card at all. Symbiosis, pick 2 cards, put them into the target's body, then banish copies of the cards into your hand. So this can be a good idea. For example, if you have the Tarantulas or things like that in the hand, you could grab it, put it in them, and keep it in your body, or even with the things like the Slacker. But I think I'm going to grab the Slacker instead, because lowering enemies' attack is always useful. On the right, by the way, here's the setting. Here you can see your current deck of cards, and here you can see what level are you on, the total amount of levels, and my money. I currently have no money. Alright, I'm gonna use the crossbow again on this big strong red man, because I want to make sure I can destroy them later on. Nobody has a leeching wine on them, which is a bit unfortunate. So let me kill off this guy in the middle. And then we'll use a leeching wine on this red soldier over here. Now, this guy, Promethean, one thing to watch out for him, he has a rebirth, so if you kill him, you have to kill him again. So he's going to be able to keep attacking you, so you got to watch out for that. Now, we've got this stuff here. We've got a crossbow, so we could insta-kill the strong red man. Let's do it. Because we killed him, we get an event. When he knocked him to the ground, he shouted, "Let me go! Please let me live, please! I can give you something good, just let me live." Alright, we could open a small package, gain 50 gold. At the end of the floor, you get a shop. Okay, drink a strong potion, which increase my attack card damage by 1 for the combat, which is quite good. Or get a special prop. Let's get a special prop. Get a red tail. What does that do? The prop's purpose is unknown. Well, that's not very helpful. When we were about to make a move, he suddenly ran away, only leaving his tail. Ooh. Alright, we'll use the leeching wine to kill off this thing, which is going to give us the benefit. Just going to give us a lot of cards back because we don't have many cards to draw. Then I am going to use attack on the Promethean and the leeching wine. So this killed him. He can still attack me, but at least next time I kill him, it's going to be donezo. Cravings. Deal 1 damage. When the host takes damage, this card moves back into your hand. Sure. Oh, I didn't even check the others. I should have checked the others. But it's not a bad thing. I like it. Alright, we're gonna use the cravings on who, though? What does the larva do? 4 damage. Let's use 4 damage on the rat, and then cravings to finish the rat off, because rat has leeching wine, so it allows me to kill off the other one. Now we can do 2 damage on this Promethean. It's dead. Mutated villager. Engage, you lose 1 energy. Well, I could use the crossbow. Let's use the crossbow on this big guy, because he seems like he's gonna be dangerous. Oh, I don't have the energy for the crossbow. In that case, let me hit the... let me hit the Promethean, for example. He still has the rebirth, so we're gonna have to kill him twice. Anybody has a leeching wine? And nobody. A bit unfortunate. Yeah, let's kill off this guy. And then we should be able to kill off... We can kill this, but I don't know if I want to do it. Let me hit the mutated soldier instead. Because once we kill this mouse witch, we're going to get this ghost and he's pretty rough to kill, so we want to make sure we get rid of the other ones first. Parasitic infestation. Put all cards from your hand into the target's body and draw 3 cards. Nah. Pick 2 cards and put them in the target's body and put banish copies of those cards. Spitting Vino. Deal 2 damage to random enemy in the front row. Repeat once for every other card in your hand. So if I have 5 cards in my hand, this is going to do 8 damage to random enemy in the front row. Okay, I'll grab that. We're losing a lot of cards here, which is not ideal. Alright, we could do the splitting Vino. I think we'll do it. Kill the mouse witch, which gives us a lot of cards back. Alright, now we're gonna use Slacker. Do we want to use Slacker? We could use the Slacker to lower the attack on this thing, but I don't think so. Let's use an attack, and we'll finish this one off. And that's it. This guy's only attack for 1. The problem with this Ant Priest is that he only loses 1 health point when hit with an attack. So we gotta watch out for that. Let's use the parasitic larva to hit this flying ant. And then attack to finish this off. Then we use Cravings on this ant priest. Crossbow on the ghost stem. And we'll level up. Take back. Deal 2 damage to one card from the target's body every time you deal damage. Leeching Wine or Poison. Deal 2 damage to random enemy in the front row. Consume all energy. Repeat once for each energy consumed. Repeat X times. I think let's just grab. I think let's just take the gold. I think we need either one of these. They're gonna hit us for 5, which is not too bad at the moment. You could lower the attack with the Slacker. I think we'll do it on this End Priest in the middle. So this guy has a Leeching Wine, so let's hit him with another Leeching Wine. So this guy is dead, the other 2 got hit. And then we'll focus our attack on this big guy. We'll use Cravings on the other End Priest and keep hitting the big man. First of all, we want the treasure chest, and second of all, we want to kind of make sure that we destroy it. Let's use a crossbow on this mutated villager. And then we'll use a Leeching Wine on this, attack to finish off this one, and attack on this big monster. Ooh. Elite enemy defeated. We get a prop, Fireworks. When you level up for card rewards, deal 2 damage to random enemy in the front row. That's actually quite nice. I like that a lot. What does this guy do? Crazy Farmers. After this enemy attacks, their attack power is increased by 1. Right. So we want to, like, ASAP kill him. Thankfully, he can attack me right now. But, like, we want to do this fast. I'm gonna use the Slacker just because. I'll put in the parasitic body because why not? Let's use a crossbow on... I don't think we'll put it on the Ant Priest. We'll use the Parasite and that's it. You can finish him off with a regular attack. You find a small bottle of red liquid on the monster. Marked. Condensed version. Maybe it's a good choice? To give it to merchants for recycling. Maybe it's a good choice to give it to merchants for recycling. You could drink it and gain experience. Now let's get the red liquid. We might be able to sell it. What does the Ant Queen do? At the end of your turn, if there's no Ant soldiers on the field, she'll call one Ant soldier. As long as the soldier Ant is on the field, the enemy is immune to all damage. Interesting. So we use a crossbow on her. We can just kill this one actually. So we're not even gonna bother with... Oh, it has 10 health? That is insane. And you have to kill it, otherwise you can't hit the queen. What? Let's grab a throwing dagger. Oh, it gets hit. Why did it get hit for 2? I'm not sure why it got hit for 2. We'll use Cravings. We should use Spitting Vino. Hopefully we can do a lot of damage to this guy. Then we could use Attack and Cravings on him. Oh yeah, but next time we can kill him and then we can do a lot of damage to the queen. So we use Throwing Dagger on him. Then we use the larva on the queen. And a Leeching Wine. And we'll continue hitting the queen. So we got it down to 12 HP. Alright, we'll use the Spitting Vino again. Again, we'll hope we can do a lot of damage to him. Nice. Now we can kill him. The thing is, I don't think we want to. Because if I kill him, she's just gonna create a new one that's gonna be super strong. So I'm just gonna be like, nope. I'm gonna let him live and now I'm gonna hurt him. I'm gonna use Leeching Wine on him. And then we can attack the queen. And lower hers attack to 0. Alright, Throwing Dagger. Let's start with the crossbow. Cravings. Leeching Wine. Throwing Dagger. And we'll let it go. Problem is they're stealing a lot of my cards. Thankfully I have a lot of cards, which is good. Let's use regular attack, then we'll use Splitting Vino on the queen. And I killed her. Fantastic. Alright, because I won the floor, I can pick a prop, just like we've got with the talisman and the other things. Severed finger. When picking up cards, you can select up to 2 cards. Oh, that's actually quite good. Green, because in this game you want to have a lot of cards. They still pollute your deck because they don't actually take the cards away, right? You still rotate your own cards. But on the other hand, you need a lot of cards because it's also your HP. So it's an interesting mechanic where it kind of both rewards you for having a lot of cards but punishes you because polluting your deck is generally bad in Roguelike Deckbuilders. But it's quite interesting. All cards cost up to 4 energy. Does that mean it's gonna randomize the energy cost, or does that just mean that whatever used to cost 5 is now gonna cost 4? The price of upgrading your cards in the store is fixed at $15. Let's grab the ruby. I think I like that. We sold the red liquid, so we got a lot of money now. So we could upgrade a card here for 15, or we could destroy a card if you want to. But let me first level up. Deal 2 damage, draw 1 card, then discard 1 card. Parasitic infestation. Put all cards from your hand in the target's body and draw 4 cards. Poison needle. Deal 2 damage. The damage of next attack card is increased by 1. Let's try the parasitic infestation. We have a lot of parasitic cards, so we should be fine with that. We could grab cravings. Transformation. Destroy all the cards in your hand. Put the same amount of random cards in your hand. They cost 0. Interesting. Deal 3 damage. Gain 1 energy for every damage dealt. But this costs 4 energy, and so this is actually only powerful if you have a different card that allows you to increase the attack damage, because otherwise you pay 4 energy to get back 3, which is pointless. Actually, it's not pointless because you pay 4 energy, get back 3 energy, and you did 3 damage. So essentially you do 3 damage for the price of 1 energy, but you need to have 4 energy in order to be able to activate it. Interesting, not great. Hidden Blade, deal 2 damage, draw 1 card. The damage equal to the number of other cards in your hand. Yeah, we'll grab that. That seems useful. Spore Infection, deal 2 damage to all enemies in the front row. For this combat, this card's cost is decreased by 1. We'll grab that. That's fantastic. And let's upgrade. What if I try to upgrade the crossbow? I'm going to deal 6 damage. That's actually quite good. Or Cravings? Oh, Cravings now do 2 damage. That seems good. I think we should really focus on upgrading. Splitting Vino can now do 3 damage to random enemy in the front row. Yeah, that's amazing. I think because we got this ruby, we could actually repeat upgrading at the same price. I think otherwise it might increase the price, I'm not sure. But this is kind of insanely good. Like, we should just upgrade. That's all we should do. I'm just gonna upgrade everything. Do 3 damage to all enemies in the front row. Yes. You have a lot of cards that have 4 price. This Smite, oh, it's gonna lower in price? That's so good. Crossbow does 6 damage now. Got a little bit more money to go. Throwing Dagger now does 2 damage for free. And the final upgrade, Slacker. What happens if I upgrade the Leeching Wine? Or at least one of those. Deal 3 damage. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Alright, well, I think this is probably a good time to end the episode. If you enjoyed it, you can click on the right to watch some other roguelike deck builders like Dimension Rain or Aris and the Giant. I'll see you there. Bye bye!